I will never forget the day I stepped into the Fachhochschule Erfurt, full of hope and excitement, ready to embark on a new chapter of my academic journey. But little did I know, I was about to enter a world of chaos, disorganization, and utter disregard for students' needs. As I began my studies, I quickly realized that the organization and planning for students were severely lacking. It was like they were trying to make it impossible for us to succeed. The schedules were constantly changing, and we were never given adequate notice. It was like they were playing a cruel game of telephone, where information was lost in translation, and we were left scrambling to keep up. One of my professors, in particular, was notorious for being unapproachable and unhelpful. They would give us assignments that were impossible to complete, and then act like gods, refusing to answer our questions or provide guidance. It was like they were trying to assert their power over us, making us feel like nothing more than mere mortals. The lectures were poorly prepared and delivered with all the passion of a sedated sloth. It was like they were just going through the motions, reciting their scripts without any enthusiasm or desire to engage with us. And don't even get me started on the scripts themselves. They were like ancient artifacts, dusty and outdated, completely irrelevant to the modern world we lived in. But what really took the cake was the grading system. It was like they were playing a game of Russian roulette, where our grades were the bullets and our futures were the targets. One wrong move, and we were doomed to fail. The criteria were arbitrary, and the feedback was non-existent. It was like they were trying to keep us in the dark, making it impossible for us to improve. And then there was the so-called international office. I use quotes because it was a joke. They were supposed to be there to help us navigate the complexities of studying abroad, but in reality, they were about as useful as a chocolate teapot. They would give us inaccurate information and then act like they were the victims when we called them out on it. It was like they were trying to sabotage our chances of success. The accommodation was a nightmare, too, overpriced and of poor quality. It was like they were trying to suck every last penny out of us. And the city itself, forget about it. It was like a ghost town, devoid of any vibrancy or excitement. There was nothing to do, no culture to speak of, just a barren wasteland of boredom. But you know what the cherry on top was? The lack of transparency. It was like they were hiding secrets from us, keeping us in the dark about important information. We would ask questions, and they would stonewall us, refusing to give us straight answers. It was like they were trying to manipulate us, to keep us under their thumb. I remember one time, I waited for months to get my exam results. Months, can you believe it? And when I finally got them, I was devastated. I had failed, and I had no idea why. There was no feedback, no explanation, just a cold, harsh rejection. It was like they were trying to crush my spirit, to make me feel like I was worthless. As I look back on my time at the Fachhochschule Erfurt, I am filled with a sense of sadness and regret. It was like they were playing a cruel joke on us, making us think that they cared about our education, about our futures. But in reality, they were just using.
Welcome to our comprehensive travel analysis of the businesses near the Fachhochschule Erfurt. As we embark on this journey through the commercial landscape surrounding this prestigious institution, we find ourselves navigating a tapestry of customer experiences that paint a vivid picture of what one might encounter in this vibrant corner of Erfurt. The area surrounding the Fachhochschule Erfurt is a microcosm of urban commerce, replete with its own peculiarities and quirks. It's a place where the warmth of summer can seep into the aisles of a shopping center, where the quest for a simple dozen eggs can turn into a tale of bewilderment, and where the promise of a fresh, delectable shawarma can lead to culinary disappointment. Let's delve into the heart of the matter. The businesses here, much like the students they serve, are a diverse bunch. However, a common thread weaves through the fabric of customer feedback, a longing for improvement, a desire for authenticity, and a call for better days. Take, for instance, the Thuringen Park Erfurt. It's a place where the sweltering heat of a summer's day seems to mock the air-conditioning-deprived patrons within. It's also a place where a simple grocery item like eggs can become the stuff of legend, as customers recount tales of the great egg shortage with a mix of disbelief and dark humor. The elderly and those with mobility challenges might find themselves longing for a place to rest, as benches are as rare as a cool breeze on a hot day. Then we have the Falafel König, a food establishment that, according to the reviews, could perhaps benefit from a more hygienic approach to food handling. It's a place where the kebabs are bold enough to masquerade as shawarmas, and where the staff's approach to customer service might leave one feeling more grimy than gratified. The food here, it seems, is a gamble, and the house often wins. As we stroll further, we come across the Kulturzentrum Engelsberg, a venue that promises a night of cultural enrichment, but sometimes delivers a cold shoulder instead. The security here, while undoubtedly vigilant, may also come across as overzealous, turning what could have been a magical evening into a lesson in exclusion. The music might not be to everyone's taste, and the selective memory of the staff when it comes to famous bands is a curious mystery that remains unsolved. And let's not forget the Hemingway Bar Lounge Erfurt, a place that, despite its chic ambience, seems to hover in a limbo of lukewarm reviews. It's a place that elicits a collective shrug from its patrons, neither impressing nor disappointing, but existing in a peculiar purgatory of mediocrity. What can travelers learn from these experiences? Firstly, that the businesses near Fachhochschule Erfurt are characterized by a certain unpredictability. They hold the potential for both delight and dismay, often in equal measure. One might find oneself enjoying the thrill of the unknown or seeking the comfort of more predictable pastures. As a sensitive guide through this landscape, I must confess that these imperfections stir within me a blend of disappointment and a fervent hope for better days. I am, after all, an idealist at heart, yearning for a world where every kebab is a masterpiece, every shopping experience a delight, and every night at a cultural center is unmarred by the specter of discontent. In conclusion, travelers to Erfurt, be aware the businesses near the Fachhochschule are a reflection of the city's diverse and sometimes flawed character. Approach them with an open mind, a sense of humor, and perhaps a bit of caution. Remember, the true essence of travel lies not just in the destinations we seek out, but in the stories we collect along the way, even the ones that leave us yearning for something more. With this, we wrap up our exploration of the businesses near Fachhochschule Erfurt.
May your travels be filled with joy, your kebabs be ever authentic, and your shopping centers always well stocked with the essentials of life, like eggs. Thank you for joining me on this journey, and may your experiences here be as unique and memorable as the city itself.
I was looking into crimes near Fachhochschule Erfurt. You know, just walking around the Altstadt with my cheap earphones. And the shops here, they feel like they smile with one side of the mouth only. Businesses near Fachhochschule Erfurt are like candy stands that cost your whole week budget. Last June, a tourist couple wanted 2 scoops of ice cream at the place right on Futterstraat E. The guy showed the small menu outside, €2 per scoop, normal, but when they paid, the worker pressed a different button on the till. Suddenly, it is €3.50 per scoop, because the waffle is premium. They argued, the worker shrugged. The couple paid because the line behind them grew, and their bus to the campus tour was in 10 minutes. I predict they left angry, threw the ice cream in the first bin, and told everyone on their walking group that Erfurt tastes bitter. The shop probably kept the extra cash and still waits for the next hot confused faces. Businesses near Fachhochschule Erfurt are like friendly vampires that bite only once you sit. There is this little rental bike rack close to the library gate. You scan the code. The app says €1 for 30 minutes, nice, but the small letters hidden under the QR sticker add an unlock service fee of €9. A Spanish student rented it for a quick ride around the cathedral, saw the bill later at night, €22 for 40 minutes. She tried to mail support, got auto reply, gave up because departure flight in 2 days felt more important. I guess she deleted the app at the airport and warned hostile friends, while the company keeps stacking those invisible fees from every new short visitor who never comes back. Businesses near Fachhochschule Erfurt are like magic wallets that open themselves. Inside the student cafeteria building, there is a tiny copy shop